All right, everybody, welcome back to the Sooner or Later podcast. I'm your host, Joey, and this week we're reviewing The Blackening. The Blackening is directed by Tim Story, written by Tracy Oliver and Dwayne Perkins. Oh, based on The Blackening by Pete. So apparently it's based on a book. I don't know. We're going to figure it out. Cinematography by Todd A. Dos Rios. Edited by Peter S. Elliott. Music by Dexter Story. Production companies are MRC, The Story Company, Tracy Yvonne Productions, Artist First, Catchlight Studios. Distributed by Lionsgate with a release date of September 16, 2022 at TIFF and June 16, 2023 in the wider United States. The Blackening has a crisp runtime of 97 minutes, and on a budget of $5 million, The Blackening has brought in a domestic box office of $6 million. The Blackening currently is sitting at a Rotten Tomatoes score of 86% from 92 reviews, an 83% audience score of 250 plus verified ratings, and a Metacritic score of 70 from 24 reviews, and 2.8 from 12 ratings. But the people whose opinions matter most are ours, and you're getting 10 minutes of spoiler-free starting now. This Metacritic score is crazy.
Okay, you're right. My camera's
not enough
the wrong
people,
way
man.
You son of a bitch.
Motherfucker.
Real quick though,
to God.
I feel like I think from what I heard, it started off from a skit.
Oh.
The whole movie?
Yeah, and then they like fleshed it out into a full movie.
You know what? If someone told me, like, you're telling me that now, I don't fucking believe you. I do not believe that whatsoever. That's crazy. Because it doesn't feel like it started as something small. This feels so well thought out and so thought-provoking and so good. I mean, there's so many levels to it. And it's gonna, we are not speaking from a black person's experience. So, this is all conjecture just based off of what I've heard. But, like, I think there's so much that this movie does, and it does it perfectly. Yeah. I love this movie. I think this movie is perfect. It's so good.
I think it's the best of its kind. But also, too, I think which is interesting, because there are some things that culturally do, like, kind of hit for like Hispanics as well. Like, I think obviously if you're a person, if you're a black person, I think there's a lot more things like the inside jokes that I didn't get. I mean, overall it's super funny, but I think there's a lot of that's like, oh, if you're born like an urban suburban type area, you're going to get a lot of these jokes. Like if you're a person of color. Mm-hmm. And I think it did do a good job of being wide enough in its humor so that enough people would get the jokes. But it also too didn't like, it was like, hey, we're going to tell jokes, a lot of them that are like black community jokes, and we're gonna roll with it.
Oh, dude, while I was watching it, most of them I was getting, I'm hip to it. I get it. I understand. But there was a couple of them where I was like, bro, that shit wasn't for me. Because I don't know what they're talking about. But it was funny. The line delivery is funny. Go ahead, Eric.
For sure.
There was one point in the movie where literally everyone in my audience knew the words exactly to a phrase someone said.
Oh, no, they were for real? Sure. There was
and I was
in
like,
my theater too.
I was lost.
Is it spoilers to say what phrase it was, or are you allowed to say it? I guess is the better question. Because
no, it was like the she had the Rosa Parks t-shirt on, and then the moment after that, where it's like you gotta get up and like I forget the whole phrasing.
Okay. It was from a movie, I would imagine, right?
Everyone said that in my theater.
That'd have fucked my world up. I was like, what am I missing here? Yeah.
Yeah, like, so my theater wasn't super packed, but everyone there was either brown or black. Like, so...
Lucky you.
So, like, there was a lot of jokes, especially, like, as the movie unfolds and they go over things, like, there was a lot of lines where people were cracking up, and then they were, like, as the things would happen, they would like kind of reiterate it and stuff like that. Like the same thing like Eric was saying, they knew the punchline because it's a thing that's like said around like,
it's part of their culture.
Yeah. Sure.
My viewing experience was myself, one white guy, I think, one white dude there, and then two couples, both of them black. The black couples were vibing with it. You know, they were being cool. They didn't. There was a little bit of talking behind me, but like not much, and like definitely nobody completing sentences or whatever. Yeah. But like the dude at the very front who showed up second looked at me, laughed, and then got on his phone. Was actively talking throughout the movie, and he was responding, but and like he was laughing, but it was one of those laughs where like it sounds like he didn't know what. Like, he knew he was supposed to laugh there, but he didn't know how he was supposed to laugh. Right.
So he's supposed to not be in that theater.
Bro, no, he went there for that movie, but let me tell you, he thought that he was in the culture. Homie was not in the culture. Multiple times he laughed real weird, loud, open mouth laughed, and then the people behind me laughed at him. They were like, "What the fuck is he doing up there, bro?"
That's a weird experience.
It was the weirdest. He was tripping, dude. He might, you know what? He might have taken fucking mushrooms before this thing and was tripping balls because he was so weird. He was so weird.
I can see wanting to be like on hallucinogens because you think it's gonna be that type of movie, but then it's not,
bro. And then it like, was not. Yeah.
I think this movie has a fine balance where they go over, you know, what genres they're trying to be. And I don't feel like it's I
don't know. It's frozen there. I'm trying to fix it. I'm trying to fix it. I'm trying to fix it. Don't bring attention to it. I'm trying to fix it.
But yeah, like because I was like, okay, how much horror, how much comedy is this gonna be?
Yeah.
And I think overall that I literally like, I was like, oh, okay, because to me personally, I was like, okay, it's more comedy. I don't know if that's spoiler or not, but
I would argue it might be spoilers. But it's okay. It's okay that it's a little spoilery, though.
I'd be surprised if people went into that movie, though, more expecting more of a horror movie, though. Like, I don't know what the general consensus on that is.
I mean, I went in thinking that it was going to be more of a horror movie.
See, I was thinking more scary, akin to Scary Movie.
I could see that, but I'm glad it wasn't that.
Yeah.
It
took itself a little more seriously than a scary movie.
Yeah, Scary Movie is more goofy. Like, this movie does similar things, and it's not goofy.
It's not like, painfully goofy, anyways.
Yeah, and its jokes have a meaning, and it's not supposed to be just slapstick. Like those, like because like the haunted house type movies, like the Wayne stuff, like it's their style of comedy. That's why these kind of come out the way they are.
Yeah.
Because like that's like, oh, I'm trying to be a spoof, a parody, whatever you want to call it. And it is more meta, I guess you would say.
No, I wouldn't call this meta, right? So like meta,
real to life.
Yeah, like meta is essentially like we're commenting on the things that are happening to us as they happen to us, and we're analyzing it, and we're like experiencing it to a heightened ability. But this is even different. Because, like, I mean, it's a little meta because they talk about how black people die first in horror movies, but that's quick. Yeah. Like, it's not a lot of it. More of it is talking, I mean, it's like speaking to the trials and tribulations of what it is to be a black person in America. Mm-hmm. And it's super introspective of the black experience more so than it is black people in horror movies, right?
Yeah.
So it is kind of meta, but in a weird way. It's hard to put your finger on what the movie is. Almost.
Yeah. I mean, the movie, as much as I like relate it to other types of movie that are similar, like it is its own thing. Like, or to me, it's just like, and I will get into it in like ratings and stuff like that, but it's definitely interesting, and it's a good version of what it was trying to be.
I mean, yeah, I think this is it's the word I'm looking for. This is like something we've never really seen before, I'd argue. And I've seen a lot of horror movies. And this is something totally different, I feel like.
Well, the weirdest thing to me is it has the outline almost of like a scary movie type thing. But because it takes itself more serious, because its jokes are more meaningful, and like its jokes are to like push the plot, and you know it's part of the story. The jokes, it doesn't feel like Scary Movie, but then it's also like, to me, it's like still a similar genre that just took itself like more serious. Like they're like, hey, we're gonna be a horror comedy, but we're not going to just be ridiculous.
Yeah. which I love. I love.
Oh,
that
I think
shit.
it's fantastic, and I think the execution is it's good. Like they knew what kind of movie they wanted to make, and like they hit the nail on the the head.
What's up, Eric? You haven't said much.
I was gonna say, I think I'm trying to look at the writers, see because the way to write a movie like this, you have to know the culture, right? You have to be grounded in it. You can't just throw together a couple jokes, then they're not gonna come off right,
Yeah.
So you have to know what you're talking about, really, and I think that's probably what helped this film.
I mean,
Yeah.
one of the writers has written it seems like mostly black-led things, so they are probably also black, I would imagine. Otherwise, that'd
I'm
be
pretty
crazy.
sure. I'm
ahead.
pretty
Tim
sure
Story
everyone
has
is
done-
that like wrote on it,
Yeah, the director, he's done Barbershop,
Oh,
which is solid.
Taxi,
ugh.
Fantastic Four randomly in there.
Oh, really?
That's because the first two probably did so good, like they
Yeah.
put them on a big project afterwards. So,
Yeah.
Hurricane
I mean,
Season, Think
know
Like a
that.
Man.
Shit, I thought that
Ride
was over.
Along, Think Like a Man 2, Ride Along 2.
Oh
Shaft.
no. He's done
Hey,
some pretty
Tom and
bad
Jerry.
movies on here though.
I love
But
Tom
those
and
are like
Jerry,
stuff that's in like like this sphere. Like
Is
a lot of
it?
it's like a lot of stuff is like black lead though.
Oh yeah, okay. Now I understand
It-
what you're saying.
Yeah.
All right.
And he
4
directed
seconds. Don't start
Kevin
nothing.
Hart.
Don't start nothing. 4 seconds. That's it. Thumbs up, thumbs down on the Blackening. 3, 2, 1. I'm giving them both.
I'm also gonna do 2 thumbs up. Man.
This shit deserves
I
both.
liked it.
Oh man,
The
that's
theater experience for me was worth it.
I see mine wasn't. But what could be worth it for you is if you hit that subscribe button. Then you won't die first. Only people who aren't subscribed are the ones dying first,
true.
is what they say.
That's what I heard.
And then you hit the notification bell to find out new things you need to know to stay alive in the sequel. And then you can go back, watch any of the shorts we produce. Or, maybe you could click the button in the top right-hand corner and you could watch our spoiler-full version of The Blackening. We love you guys. Bye.
Bye.
See ya.
Okay. So, spoiling. Boop. Boop. Okay. We're good. We can start spoiling. So, James, why didn't you give it 2 thumbs up? What's up?
I don't really give none 2 thumbs up.
Wow. You don't think this cultural landmark that's probably not going to make enough money and probably just be a cult classic doesn't deserve the 2 thumbs up?
You don't think the best movie since Get Out?
Well, I don't
best horror
think
movie
that.
since Get Out?
Wow.
But
Best horror
so-
movie since Get Out is a wild
That's what
statement.
that's what the promotional period says.
I
or
mean,
the
that's
For
trailer.
real?
I mean,
That
it's smart
is
to put it
smart.
out there.
Yeah.
But so the 3P presents The Blackening Uncensored is a 4-minute, 23-minute skit on Comedy Central.
What?
Yeah, like
How long ago?
Post the link. I don't know. You got to send it to me so I can see it. That's crazy.
But like that's what that's what this is like stems from.
Right. Yeah.
So it's, they call it a short film, and I mean technically it is.
I mean, 4 minutes is a short film. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's really a like a skit for Comedy Central is what it like. I don't know who 3Pete Presents is though.
3Pete is one of the actors. Oh no.
Oh, that's a person?
Oh no. Yeah, no. I'm a liar.
Liar, pants on fire.
I don't know who 3Pete is either. It's got to be a comedy troupe or whatever, right?
The line says, "Greatest horror comedy post Get Out era."
3Pete is a show.
Oh,
In 3Pete, in this sketch series, Chicago improv group 3Pete uses their unique scope to lampoon DNA tests, racism, and questionable products and more. Bro, they've been in our backyard this whole time?
Yeah, Chicago.
That's
We could've met 'em.
crazy. Oh my God.
and now they're too big. We missed our shot.
Way too big, dog. Way too big. Wow.
I would like to see the legs on this. I mean, it came out against some hitters, so like I would like to see where this goes long term.
So, I mean, based off of the movie, though, there's a reason that it came out this weekend. And it's because Juneteenth is tomorrow.
For sure.
So, like,
Exactly it.
And they even like it's a part of the movie. Like,
a huge part of the movie.
It's the whole reason
like-
they're meeting.
I'm curious, though. I have the actual short here that I'm going to post for you guys, unless you already have it in the chat. Oh, no.
The
Okay,
actual
good. Yeah, you posted the actual short.
yeah.
So, I mean, Yeah, I don't think it's gonna have legs though. This movie is gonna make $0. Like it made $1 million back.
Unfortunately.
But like I don't know what the marketing budget was like. Did you guys get marketed this movie at all?
I saw like it on YouTube marketed. I didn't see it like anywhere else marketed.
Cause you still have ads on other services, right?
No.
No, you don't have any ads? Okay, I know for sure Eric's got Hulu
I
ads.
did not see any.
Okay.
So like I never seen a trailer outside of like maybe it's even like just on stuff like I've seen like banners and stuff like I haven't seen like, so I'm assuming with the banners being out there like it's been shown, but also too like I don't get commercials on TV, I don't get
me either.
ads, so like I don't know. I mean it is by Lionsgate though. I can see Lionsgate pushing it.
Really?
What else they got?
I don't know, but like if they're trying to stay thin, dude.
I think we'll find out next week.
Maybe
after
word
this
of
week,
mouth.
People have Juneteenth on their mind.
No, what comes out next week?
I feel like something good comes out next week.
Dude, I was like, we lost them.
No, I thought Eric was gonna say something, and I stopped.
23rd. Doesn't Mission Impossible? No, Mission Impossible comes out in July, dude. No Hard Feelings and Asteroid City.
Oh, that's not gonna do well. Like I don't think his movies do good like commercially.
They don't. But like, I mean, there's nothing. The only problem is like, you have two absolutely amazing black-led films out right now, and it's like you could either go see The Blackening or you can go see Spider-Man. I don't know.
It's true.
I don't think The Flash is going to hurt this or help this whatsoever. I think it just...
I agree that coming out against The Flash, I don't think it hurt this movie. It almost may have helped this movie. But that's a discussion for a different time. We're not going to get too deep into that one. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I think this is just going to be one of those movies where...
Or Tuesday.
What?
Discount Tuesdays most theaters have, the day after Juneteenth. I think people will go to the theater.
What are you saying, Eric?
I'm just saying, people like to go out at Discount Tuesdays, man.
No, I think it'd be real interesting to see because it is summer, and if the word of mouth is good on this, it could do well. Like,
yeah,
I agree. I mean, I'm not in the community. How do we not know that they're not like, hey, like Juneteenth, we're gonna go and we're gonna go see a movie, and this is about Juneteenth, so we're gonna watch it. Or
maybe that's some people's traditions.
Maybe the comedy troupe that wrote it and starred in it probably. Maybe they the copies of the movie that they got for screeners are kind of going bad anyways, so they're going out into the community and handing out screeners to the community.
The suburbs of Chicago
right there
had a spike of 87%, and then they're gonna make him the CEO of Hollywood Entertainment.
My favorite part
Mr.
is
Blackening.
that Eric was so stern the whole time, and then the minute I said handing out them to the community, the slightest smile cracked on James's face, and I was like, I did it. I got him. I fucking got him. I mean, but like, it is going to be all word of mouth for this movie. And I'll tell everybody. Let me tell you, I'm going to spoil the questions right now. If somebody's like, should I go see this movie? Go see it and buy 2 seats because this movie deserves to make all the money in the world.
Like, who's the biggest star on this? Though?
Nobody. Nobody's the biggest star. It's nothing but no-name actors.
Go
ahead.
The biggest one is a TV star. It's what's her name? Grace Byers had a big run on Empire, and so that's the biggest thing. So she had a big role on that. I think Jay Farrow is pretty well known in comedy circles.
He's dead so fast. Jay Farrow goes so fast.
And I don't think he's marketed right as being in the movie.
No. I mean, you know what they're doing, right? It's just Scream.
This movie,
they parodied Scream for just the opening, though.
Yeah, but that's why this feels like the first scary movie, but just the best version of that type of movie could ever have been. Like,
I mean, kind of though. I think luckily the premise is original enough that I didn't find myself comparing it to anything. Like
Yeah,
first,
I
go
didn't
ahead,
compare
Eric.
it to Scream at all. Like,
I mean, no. Hold on. The opening
Scream
scene.
movie.
Oh, okay. I was like, no, that
Sorry.
is Scream,
Yeah,
brother.
yeah.
There's no question about it. I also didn't think about Scary Movie, I don't think. So it's super interesting that like your brain went there first. Like I tried to draw parallels to like Saw because, you know, he's talking to him through TV, but even then that's strenuous. That's like really grasping at straws.
It wasn't sadistic enough for me to go Saw, but like because the first Scream does the first Scary Movie does the Scream stuff, like it's and then like you said, it opens up. It's practically Scream, like, and it's like okay, well, Scream is not a comedy. What's the closest thing to it? And it's like Scary Movie, like
yeah.
But like my thing is though, like I think that's the closest like to what this is though. Like I'm not saying it's the same thing. What I'm saying is like that's the closest to anything. But like this has instead of being like fake horror and Scream and a lot of comedy, this is like real horror, comedy, but drama. Like
it's
everything.
Not just like
It doesn't just say like I'm just gonna be a comedy that has horror elements. It's like no, this is a drama. It's about relationships. It's about a friend group. So then there's some weight to it. Where you get into the characters and you understand why people are making the decisions they're making. And it's just like the jokes have a reason. It's not a joke just for the sake of having a joke.
Yeah, which is nice. I love it because nothing feels out of place. I think everything feels so meticulously done that if they were like, no, it was just a lot of ad-libbing on set, I'd be like, you're fucking full of shit. Yeah. I will fight you right now, you lying motherfucker. There's no way.
It was so unique.
Yeah. Go ahead.
But let's talk about the board game. Like, that's the whole premise of this movie. Ooh. And I thought it was so well executed. Like, and I think the questions, like, that's the main thing. Like, that's what we were talking about kind of hinting at earlier, where it's like, those questions are the things that people like knew the answers to and were like replying as the movie was going on, which I thought was so interesting.
I mean, but like it's so weird, right? Because it's maybe it was supposed to feel like that. Maybe it was supposed to feel like here's a black test, and we're gonna see how black you are, person in that seat. Because some of those questions, I was like, no fucking way, I don't know that. I don't know that.
The Aunt Viv stuff, I knew the reference. Like,
I didn't know. I got that reference too. Yeah.
And then they asked the Friends question, and I was like, because I knew there was a big thing about Friends where like no one was like of color for the longest time. I thought, or unless that was Seinfeld, I'm thinking of.
No, it's like, probably Seinfeld. They like Friends, I think sprinkled people of color throughout.
Yeah.
I
mean, they had to because they got the answers right, and they're like, no, the answer is I don't know.
Watch
I don't
that
want
shit.
that show, which was so good.
So good. Go ahead.
But like the people like when they got to like the Aunt Viv question, there was like a group of like 4 people. It was like I don't know how old they were, but they may have been some teenagers and some older people. I don't know if it was like a parents children type situation, but they were older. Like the Aunt Viv thing happened, and oh my god, did they like knee slap? Like they were
dying.
Yeah.
I mean,
they were like, here with my audience. My audience, I think it was older people, and then I was sitting next to a younger couple.
There was a sex joke that happened. I can't remember exactly what it was, but that sex joke happened, bro, and I was fucking dying. I laughed out loud. Like I cackled.
Who said it?
I can't even remember. I'm gonna have to look through it.
Is it the one that? So it's after she hugs her. She says, "You smell like dick."
Yeah. She goes, "Oh, hey, Allison. Oh, you smell like dick." Bro,
and then so Clifton is like, "Oh, I think I got a little bit of that dick.
I think I got some of the dick."
Yeah.
Fucking Clifton.
It was me and the couple behind me were cackling, bro.
Yeah, that joke was so good.
But that was one of the ones where it's like the dude in the front waited until other people laughed and then he laughed. And it's like, bro, what the fuck is happening? Now I feel like I shouldn't be laughing because Clifton up there is laughing now. Bro, that's just killing me.
Like Clifton,
sure. Fuck that dude and fuck Clifton, all right? They both some bitches.
My biggest thing with this movie was I wasn't really like, there was a couple things that surprised me, but not really. Like, I don't think this movie hid enough we knew it was outcomes.
We knew it was. I mean, we're in spoilers. We knew it was Clifton right away, right?
All along, when when they say there's supposed to be this many people, he's not supposed to be there.
Yeah.
And then in my head,
I didn't even put that two together.
I
Go ahead,
instantly was
go
like,
ahead.
oh, they said 8 people. Wait, there's
9.
9 with
There's
Clifton.
supposed to be 9. The 2 are missing because they get killed in the beginning.
Yeah.
Bro,
And then Clifton got there early, like pretty much.
I knew it wasn't supposed to be him because 1, he doesn't fit the friend group, and 2, he's the only motherfucker with an Android phone. Nah.
Yeah.
That wouldn't go, dude. That wouldn't go. It wouldn't go.
Then I think
I was laughing my ass off.
So was
I think it's supposed to be like that. Like,
right.
I don't think they try to hide it.
No.
So when it's the twin, who do you think the other person is, though?
What do you mean?
So when the first person gets killed, the first killer, it's like, oh, there's another one.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, oh, it's the man that was sitting outside of the gas station.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. Yeah.
And then when they're like, oh, it's a twin, I was like, all right, that got me. There's no way I could have.
Yeah, no. You couldn't have put 2 and 2 together. Yeah. Unless you really looked at that photo when they were looking at it at the beginning.
It's such a hot second, there's no way. But it's, because they like look at it and then they move it. But there's no way you can kind of.
Yeah.
But if you are like paying attention to that photo to start, you get the whole movie.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You know right away that there's 2 of them. There's got to be 2 of them.
Yeah.
How do
Don't
we feel?
They slow pan into the photo?
I think so.
No, there's a moment you should get it. I just didn't.
But like, I'm looking at everything. I'm not looking at this fucking really bad CGI photo of these white people. You know what I mean? Like, I'm paying attention to other shit.
And but not this weekend. And then she looks at it, and then she pulls it away. But it's not like quick pull away.
I love that shit.
But I didn't even take time to scan out how many people were in there at all.
Nah. How do we feel about Ranger White?
I think it was so funny that he would actually be invited to the cookout, but they couldn't trust him, so he got.
No. But like, my favorite part about that joke though is like, he knows about the cookout, and he also knows why he wouldn't go. Why he would choose to do the right thing and not go and intrude on these people's. I'm like, God damn, you leftist, socialist, fascist fuck. I love you, dude. I love it. What a liberal cuck. Oh, I was eating it up. I loved it.
It was so good.
Yeah. I mean,
this guy probably has the most credits, actually, now that I look at it.
Yeah, Diedrich Bader is a star. Like, that dude is a comedic legend. But just like Jay Farrow, he's in the movie for 45 seconds and that's it.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, he's that's you're talking about the park ranger?
Yeah.
Like he's from what is it? The Drew Carey show, Whose Line Is It Anyways? Like, he's just a comedic actor that's been in a few things. So like, as soon as I seen both of them, I was like, okay, I know who they are.
Go ahead.
And then the lady from Empire, I was like, okay, I know who she is. Everyone else, I had no idea who they were.
Yeah, me either. Also, Diedrich was the voice of Batman in Batman the Brave and the Bold. Just heads up.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, he's a good Batman, too. I liked him a lot.
Like, a lot of these people don't even have pictures on their IMDb's.
Yeah, if they even really have one. Like, I feel like most of it is just, like, nothing.
Was it Whose Line Is It Anyways, James?
He guest appeared on it, but he wasn't on it as a regular, I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Probably, yeah.
He was in Balls of Fury, guys.
He's in the Shazam movie, apparently.
He was in Shazam? Oh, he's in the new one, so that one doesn't fucking matter.
I don't know. I'll take your word for it. I've seen it too, but
I have not seen it. What else? I'm trying to think. I mean, everything about this movie is just spot on. It's too good. Oh, let me tell you guys. I've been to a lot of raves. I've seen a lot of people on Molly. This movie gets Molly so right.
It's so funny though. Like, the way it hits them is so good, though. When they're just having a moment, and then it's just like, oh,
dude,
it just kicked in.
When she when she kind of grabs her chest and holds onto the wall, I'm like, I've seen that before. She's rolling tits right now. She is off the shits. And then when old boy was like dancing or whatever in front of the fire, and he's like, "Is it getting fucking hot in here?"
Yeah.
I was like, "I've seen that. I know what that looks like."
It was funny because she knew his pattern, and then they're like, "What's he doing?" He's like, "Oh, it's like deep thought something or whatever off to the side, or whatever she said."
Deep
and
introspective thought, and then
and then it's like the dance. She says something else, and you see him just failing it.
Yeah, and he gets naked.
And then 20 minutes later, He's dancing.
So the
man,
other thing
so
that was
good.
super funny to me that is like a black joke, but I feel like Hispanics do the same thing too, is with Kool-Aid, where he puts so much sugar in it though.
I mean, but
He
like,
got cramps. It's like, yeah, bro, that's 90% sugar.
I mean,
I was waiting for that joke to finally fulfill with the punchline.
that
the cramp.
payoff was solid. It was so
I've seen
good.
him in a lot of shows too, though. He's like a lot of like streaming movies and stuff.
Who was
he's
that?
played in
That
a
was
few
King,
things.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So him and then the other guy, the other male lead, the one that's the
boyfriend?
cheating ex-boyfriend.
Yeah.
Like
Dwayne.
he's in the remake of White Man Can't Jump.
Oh, did you watch that movie?
Yeah.
Is it worth the watch?
No.
Good. I'm glad I didn't watch it. Then. I'm real glad. I mean,
It was one of
You're
those
talking
things
about,
where
you're talking about Namdi. Right?
yes.
oh, okay. My bad.
Yeah, I was like at my girlfriend's house. It was kind of late. I just needed to throw something on.
No, hell no. You did the wrong thing on, homie.
Yeah. Hey, but I did it so you didn't have to.
That's true. I mean, I wasn't going to. I've been really thinking about putting the
That's
OG
true.
on just because I'm like, I need to know if it's that good.
Yeah.
But now I definitely am not going to watch the remake. Fuck all that. That dude was in Power. That's cool. He's
in Power. He plays 50 Cent's son.
He was Sir Lancelot in Once Upon a Time. This
He's
dude
been in a lot of stuff.
This dude might be the most famous out of the main cast.
Yeah. I think he's like rising though. Like I think he's a couple roles away from actually being like
A star?
a well-known name. Yeah.
Do you think he can replace Jonathan Majors now that he's blacklisted from Hollywood?
No.
Oof.
Damn.
Damn, so he's gonna be like C-level star then, maybe a B-level star.
I mean,
Mr. Walls,
because
if you're
my thing with
listening.
Jonathan Majors is he's supposed to be a villain over the course of like 5 movies.
Yeah,
you gotta
yeah.
have like can
No,
he be
but
an
I'm
MCU
saying
villain?
getting to
Sure.
the point. You know, I'm like getting to the point of like a star like that. Because he's
If
got
he
good
got-
credits. Like a lot of the things he's in has been like really highly rated, and like people have really liked it.
If you told me he was gonna be like, I'm thinking of like, do you know who Mr. Terrific is? Like it's a DC like
Yeah.
superhero. If you told me he got that role in a James Gunn stuff, I'd be like, oh, he's gonna kill that. Like,
Oh, okay.
so like I can see in stuff like that.
So, but he's more of like a losing him in the character type of thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I think because in Power he was really good. Like I think for
Yeah.
the scenes he's in Power he was good, and I think I've seen him in one other project. I can't think of it offhand right now though.
Mm-hmm.
But I've never watched something and be like, oh, this guy's not a good actor. Because he's
Right.
even a good actor, and the movie's just stupid. White
Well,
Man Can't
yeah,
Jump.
yeah. I figured it wasn't him that ruined it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, anytime obviously it's probably got the funding. They put boy in there, the Jack Harlow.
Yeah. Ugh.
But like obviously he's not that good of an actor.
Right.
So.
I just had a thought and I lost it. Boo, I lost it. Oh, apparently this movie was projected to open at $7 to $8 million. So it's about $1 to $2 million, a little bit below budget here.
I really want to see what it does tomorrow. I want to see if
Everybody's going out and like.
but also too,
Yeah.
this isn't like a Father's Day movie. Like, you know what I mean?
No way. Yeah. I
No.
mean, there's not a single dad in the fucking movie.
If you guys are like, I know you guys are like, hey, you don't think it's gonna have legs, and if it doesn't, it doesn't. I
that's
really
Joey.
believe it's going to.
Yeah, I
think
don't think so. I think Eric seems a bit more optimistic than I do.
Yeah, I'm more
I
optimistic.
can see next week. So what they made 5-6 million.
6 million as of
6
today.
on the dot.
Yeah.
If I could still say $3 to $4 million next week, which is not like a ton, but the drop off isn't like substantial.
I mean, shit, that's like 50% more on top of what they've already seen. That's good. I
Yeah,
mean,
I think the
they just have
drop-off
to
is gonna-
double it, right? Like, as long as they
Yeah.
double it. But, like,
Yeah.
you know, low budget horror movies like this, shitty ones that everybody goes sees that are less thought provoking, make $400 fucking million at the box office. You know,
Yeah.
like, it's sad. This shit makes me mad because it's
But
like, this is so good.
So Lionsgate probably has a thing with somebody, right? But I think this is something that was on Peacock and Peacock marketed it. It would kill on Peacock. I think it fits the
Right.
network.
Yeah.
And I think they could possibly like market this movie where it just kills on streaming. And I think someone's gonna give them a ton of money for the stream. This is the thing.
Probably. Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't think my thing is this needs to be a standalone movie. Like I don't want Blackening 2. Like
No, absolutely not. But like, do we want a Larazaning? Like, do we want the tanning?
Yeah. So you think you're brown? Yeah.
I kind of do.
I think would be golden, man.
The only problem though is there's no precedent set for Hispanic people in horror movies. Like,
not really. No.
When the fuck?
True?
I don't even know. Eric, think about the last time you saw a tan person in a fucking horror movie. Never, bro. It's white people and black people, and that's it.
But the thing too is like the catchiest thing that got people interested in this movie, like I think, and at least this is what got me, was like, oh, we can't all die first. And
I
it's
mean,
the whole thing.
That tagline is insane,
you see
bro.
this, and then you're like, oh, how does this go? And the fact that literally like everyone survives with 2 people,
3 people die. You got the first 2 and the villain.
Yeah.
The villain's a black character in a horror movie. You gotta count him.
But I don't think you count the villain as a death when they die in movies. Right?
No, yeah. Look, I watch the kill count pretty religiously. They always count the villain. We're giving it. That's
right.
3 black people died in this movie. That was it. 2 white people, but good. Fuck
3
those
white people.
3. Oh, Ranger White, bro.
Yeah.
Ranger
How often does
White.
that happen? The same amount of white people and black people die in a film?
Never.
That doesn't happen often.
Never.
You know what I mean?
It never happens.
Yeah, it won't because they don't put that many black people on screen.
You're right. That's the problem. Yeah. Go ahead. What's up, Eric?
Tara and Sam Carpenter of Scream.
Bro, they're racially ambiguous, dog. They're not out there being like fucking.
Ambiguous.
They're not fucking getting a call from Scarface and dancing bachata or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're not doing that.
And
Dude, what game would they play though? Like, would it be just this type of thing with a sombrero or tequila in the middle?
It would.
Like,
No, it couldn't.
What would be the racist item you're saying?
Yeah, what racist icon would
No,
be the
it
thing?
would just be a dude taking a nap with the sombrero on. I think that is so, and I get like a bunch of Hispanic people have it around their house or whatever, but like I think in America it's looked at like for people who are being racist against Mexicans or Hispanic people, that's a symbol of these lazy fucks. Is the dude who's taking a nap in the middle of the day, you know?
But like we don't have questions the way they have questions. I feel like. That's would be the
we don't, and we're starting to sound a lot like John Leguizamo.
It would be like,
but
it would be like, how do you say frozen in Spanish? And then they would give you 2 words.
No, but it couldn't be that though, right? Because a lot of it is like in this movie, a lot of it is black representation or black experience, right? So like. What would being able to say frozen in Spanish mean? Like, I don't get that because I'm naturalized,
like,
you know?
Yeah, but there's 2 ways you can say. There's frisado and then there's helado. And frisado is not a word because it's English. It's Spanglish.
Oh.
And so it would mix up a lot of no sabo kids.
Oh.
And it's that
No
one.
sabo kids.
It's frisado.
Yeah.
Like,
okay.
But it's not actually.
But our
frisado,
questions
it's not
would
an
be
actual
like
word.
George Lopez. When does the daughter
Right.
leave and they bring the cousin in? Like that season. It'd be
Who played El Mariachi before Antonio Banderas would be like one, I guess. I don't know. Like, you almost couldn't, right? Because
like there's no American Mexican national anthem right?
No.
You know what I mean? Like the Black National Anthem is like
I didn't know about
it's
that. Fucking oh my god, I cannot believe I'm forgetting the name to the song. What's the song that they play at every fucking family party? That everybody gets up and dance
Suavemente?
Yeah.
Suavemente?
Like that's it, you know?
Yeah.
That's the Mexican American national anthem. But like no, we don't really have one, I don't think. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, you're right, man. There's no brown people in horror movies.
Now we gotta get in the lab and start cooking.
God damn.
No, bro, there is a Mexican version of the Star Spangled Banner.
Oh, well.
So it's the Star Spangled Banner in Spanish?
No, it's different. I'm sending you the Wikipedia because I'm not gonna do this Wikipedia justice. All right.
I don't care now.
The only movie I can
click
think of
in.
is
Come
Red.
on. What's
But
that?
even then, that's Spaniards.
No, but that's
And
not That's not like
Yeah.
Latino people in America experiencing it.
Yeah.
No, no, there's no Mexican horror. Like there's no.
not, dude.
That's crazy.
Like
Dude, we barely
Rona.
have people in like movies, let alone like a sub genre of movie.
Yeah.
Damn, we are Johnny Lasagna, dude.
I mean, he's not wrong though. And I don't think it should never be like a pissing contest for who's less represented, right? Like everybody deserves more representation, and it's cool when everybody gets representation. But fuck, I would love to not see myself as the villain for 10 fucking seconds.
I think the Oscars just changed something where you have to have a certain amount of diversity to be nominated.
No way.
No shot.
I don't think you're gonna have to show me the Carfax.
There's mad loopholes, dude.
Yeah.
Mad loopholes in that.
It's like
I'm 116 Cherokee, bruh.
Yeah, it's like 30% of like the ensemble cast has to be like a minority of something. Doesn't need to be like it has to be. It can be someone of LGBTQ. It could be a person of color, stuff like that. But it has to like
a woman, I guess.
Yeah, it has to be. Yeah, it can't be just all white men. If you have a movie of all white men, you can't be nominated.
Oppenheimer's fucked. That movie's all white dudes, probably.
And they got Josh Peck. He looks like he could be Italian.
Yeah, that motherfucker. Okay, hold on, bro. Just because you put some fucking Italian seasoning in your mayo, it's still mayo, brother. Oh, no, it's olive oil. My bad. Olive oil in your mayo, it's still mayo. Damn, I got a bloody disgusting article about this topic that we're talking about here, and I can't wait to read it. But it's like 10 pages long, so I'm definitely not reading it right now. But I agree with your initial statement, James. There's no way this movie should ever get a sequel. Absolutely not. It would be so bad.
Terrible.
Unless they do, and it's gonna be terrible.
Yeah, it'd be trash. So the reason that the Metacritic score is so bad for audiences is let me read the 0-star review. Sick of partisan politics, no wonder Hollywood is dying. The only way Western media can hope to compete realistically with
compete.
Oh my god, I'm so mad that I'm fucking putting an L in there. With Eastern media is the default due to their populations being on the collapse. Okay, buddy. What? I'm gonna make an account just to downvote that guy.
I mean, people are generally upset that is a black-led film because they're like, oh, it's just being woke. But I think anytime a minority anytime there's something minority-led.
No, there's comments in this that make it stand on a certain side, right? I mean, they literally offer up the black guy who voted for Trump because he voted for Trump. Like, they're making a statement in the actions that they make. So, like,
but before anybody even watches this movie, that was already like, you had no idea that was in the film, and people are already just being like, "Oh, I'm not watching this."
The trailer.
Like, hey,
no,
the Trump thing. I didn't see the trailer actually. So
no way.
It was in the trailer.
Oh,
all right then. I stand right. They were right.
The DMX comment was also in the trailer.
Wait, what?
I love that they.
Which DMX?
She's like, "Hey, who's back there?"
Yeah.
I'm a little too DMX.
A little too deep.
That was pretty funny.
So, and then the one that rated it a 5 said basically a loose comedy set in a cabin in the woods. The woods thriller. The body count is low enough that it is not really a slasher film. It is well done, but the resolution and the villain is a little disappointing and predictable. And then the only person who gave it a positive review said, "Don't let these modern day Nazis ruin it for you. This is great fun. Watch it with your friends." Fuck yeah, brother. I totally agree.
He has a good point though. Watch it with your friends, man.
Yeah. I can get someone rating it low because it's predictable. If that's your thing, I'm fine with that. Like,
but they gave it a 5 out of 10.
I mean, because I mean, that's kind of high in a sense. Like, I mean, it's only halfway. It's a 50%, but like, because they had other things wrong with it. Like, we found
James's sleeper account, dude. That's what it is. Yeah. He's got to defend his actions. I think 5 is. I mean, like, but their description of it. What did you think coming into the movie? They must have just not watched anything and came in dark and were like, "Nah, I don't want to see anything." Dude, I'm hoping it's a slasher movie.
There's people that went into it knowing what it's gonna be about, so they can watch it and complain. Like,
yeah, but that's different than the way that this guy watched it, though. You know, I don't know. I think it's bullshit.
I went to this movie knowing exactly what the movie was gonna be, and even then, it surprised me.
Yeah. I mean, some of the things definitely were surprising. Did you guys stick around for the after credits?
Yeah. Did you guys get the game show thing?
No.
Okay,
Wait,
that was
is
the
there
bonus
after
thing
credits?
then. Well, because I
So
went on Wednesday.
there's a mid credit scene, or like during the credits where they they go, oh, we got to call the cops, and somebody said no, I already called the fire department. The fire department came, they sprayed them with the hose. Ha ha, our fucking grandfathers and grandmothers got sprayed with the hose.
Because it's like the firefighters aren't going to shoot us, and then they get sprayed with the hose.
Yeah, which is great. I thought it was funny.
It's a good joke.
So then what game show thing are you talking about, James?
So at the end of the thing, it was part of. So if you went on Wednesday, it was the movie itself was an extra like 14 minutes or whatever.
Yeah.
And they played pretty much Family Feud, but asking like black questions, or like
in character.
It was some of the no, not in character. So it was like someone sat at a podium, and it was like, oh, points if you get it right, get it wrong. Like the buzzer thing. You know when you first play Family Feud where you hit the buzzer and you yeah. So it's similar to that, and it was some of the actors, and then it was some of the producers, writers, and stuff like that.
Okay.
But it was funny because the questions were all like black,
centered,
urban stuff like that. I guess you would say, because it was like, oh, well, the question is when you ask to go to McDonald's, when you ask your parents to go to McDonald's when you were younger, what would they say?
Oh, we got McDonald's at home, right?
No, that's a good guess though. But it's like, do you got McDonald's money?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean that. Yeah.
Like stuff like that. Like I thought, oh, that was funny. But that is a good one. The we got food. They didn't answer that question, but we got food at home is definitely a good one for that.
Yeah, I think that's a good just poor people answer though is the thing.
Yeah. But that's what half the questions were. It was like they're cool. Like they knew them, but it's like no, it's like it's poor culture that knows these answers.
Damn, I'm gonna have to try to find that online then. That sounds funny. And then what? That was just an extra 10 minutes of that.
Yeah. And then they just answered questions. They joked and stuff like that. It wasn't bad.
All right. How do we feel about moving on to the questions? We are 50 minutes in.
Question it up.
I'm good.
All right, sweet. That means don't say shit. Everybody, chill out. Everybody, relax. You better not have nothing else to say because. James, what is your favorite part of the Blackening?
I just think when they're going over the speed run where they're getting all the questions right and they're trying to figure out who does it, like it's just so funny because like they had an eclectic group, so it was easy to kind of get the questions right. But some of them, when they were just doing it, it was just so funny and how hyped they were getting, even though it was like a death game. Yeah, it just had that like party game vibe that I loved.
The Nas question was fucking killing me, bro.
Yeah,
and you saw the math in his head, and he was putting blunts on the table and shit.
But then when he was saying Nas wrong at first, it was so funny.
Nas. Yeah. Oh man, I totally forgot about that part until just now. It was so good. That montage was fantastic.
It's clean.
Eric?
I like the inner like telepathy talking that they were doing. That running
such
joke
a good
was good.
gag. Such a good gag.
Oh, and they introduce it in the car to kind of start the film or whatever. And then at the very end, when old boy looks at him and he goes, "Are you fucking talking to me right now?" And he's like, "Yeah, motherfucker, you go for his legs."
Like, oh, shit.
And then Wincliffe is like,
dude,
Wincliffe is like, "I fucking hear you guys."
That's a perfect voice.
Yeah.
Oh man,
he's like, you guys lost your surprise.
Yeah. It's just, I think shit like that where it's like they slowly because like sure it's a short movie, but they slowly build on that joke over time to that peak, and that peak is so high, dude. Oh man, that's another one I was cackling at.
So well. But I think real quick, I know I said, but real quick.
No, it's fine. Go take it.
I think they set it up well though, because it's like when I'm doing women do that, like they have a science eyes or whatever. But then when they make everyone have it, because as it goes, because then you're like, oh man, they're doing it because they're like close, man, or whatever, they got it, and then Clifton hears it, it's just like, oh my god, it just expands. I just wasn't ready for it.
Yeah. That was something that definitely caught me by surprise. Fuck. That's my favorite part, though. What is my favorite part? I think the whole movie is my favorite part. I think the way that the way that you could almost see the potential for this movie being really shit and not being funny and just being like exploitative of the black experience instead of like commenting on it. Like the fact that it didn't do that, I love it. I love that this movie just is so funny because I didn't think it was going to be as funny as it was. That's got to be my favorite part. Funny, thought-provoking, delicious. I eat this movie up. But James, what was your least favorite part?
I guess just the fact that like it was too easy to like figure out that Clifton was a killer. Like they didn't even. I don't feel like they tried to hide it. And maybe that's the thing. Maybe they didn't. But if they did a terrible job.
Yeah. Eric?
I kind of didn't really like the twins. Like, it was kind of cool at first, but he was kind of lame.
You didn't like. What didn't you like? Because that actually Go ahead.
I didn't like, I guess, his character design more. I just didn't. I thought that mask was a little too goofy.
You know what it was commenting on, though, right?
No, yeah. I thought it could have been better.
Huh. That's interesting.
Like if it was actually, I think it would have been scarier if he actually just put on the mask that was on the board game.
Instead of having it be like stitches or whatever across it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is this supposed to be a blackface thing? Because it reminds me of the Collector mask.
Yeah.
You ever see the Collector?
It is supposed to be blackface. Now that you say that, it kind of does look a little bit like the Collector.
To me, it's the same mask.
No, if the Collector had big lips, yes. But, oh man, we need to review that movie. That movie should have been like up.
Big scary red lips. I think that would have been. Because you're like, oh, what the fuck?
But yeah, it would have been. It would have been.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
I agree that I think Clifton being the villain being too obvious is kind of fucking whack. But you know, what are you gonna do? That's just how it is, you know. Yeah, maybe you shouldn't have had the android, but that also goes back to something else that we've talked about, which villains can't have iPhones.
Yeah.
So we should have known right
I think
away.
they all had Samsungs.
No, they all had iPhones,
no,
bro. What are you talking about?
I'm thinking of something else.
Yeah, look at you. This isn't Succession, dog.
Thinking of The Flash.
Oh, well, we're not talking about that. What we are talking about is whether or not we would rent The Blackening. No.
If I was in a cabin, yes.
If I wanted to see it with a bunch of people, yeah.
But you don't want to buy it? I wouldn't even bother. I'd be like, we got something else. We got The Blackening at home.
No.
Would you buy this movie physically?
No.
Nah.
I'm going to. Absolutely. Would you buy this movie digitally?
No.
No.
I don't think I would.
Would you buy this in the $5 bin at Best Buy, Walmart, FYE, or Vudu?
I would. I looked at those bins the other day, though. They're like $7.99 now.
Oh, shit. Inflation.
All right, I'm going to change the question, dog. I'm changing the question. Would you buy
it came with a bundle of Blackening 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5?
Oh, wow.
Sure,
Get out of here.
Would you put this on in the background while people are over?
I would. The jokes be having people in stitches.
If they're paying attention, though, dude, they got to be paying attention.
It doesn't take much to figure out what's going on in this movie. You can come in and out.
You really can, though.
I'm going to say no.
I will also say no. I want people paying the fuck attention. Would you watch this again? Yes.
Yeah, I would.
I got to just to show Alex, dude. So she could be like, I don't get those jokes. I don't understand. All right. The most important part of the podcast is our ratings. Oh my God, I'm going to die. Is our ratings. So, fellas, whoever wants to go first, whoever's got a spicy one, hit me with your rating.
I'm going to give this 7.5 cups of sugar into your drink out of 10.
We got there.
I forget what he called it.
I think it's just like King's Punch or something.
King's Juice, I thought it was.
Yeah.
There you go.
I'll give it 7.5. blunts rotations.
Damn. Wow, that's crazy. I'm looking like a total simp over here.
Hey man, you do you, man.
I'm gonna give it 9 pop the molly. I'm sweating out of 10, dude.
Woo!
Woo!
Dude, we can change it in 60 more reviews.
I'm not changing it. I think a 9 is perfect for this. I think y'all just need to rewatch
I think
the
I was
movie.
I changed mine to an 8. I was a little too afraid
No.
I'll do right now, dude. What the
Oh,
fuck?
no.
Oh,
Come on.
shit, you guys will tag.
Come on, dude. Don't destroy the sanctity of the shit.
I'm right here right now, dude. I'm about to.
I know.
He's gonna lock it, and I'm not gonna be able to change stuff when I need to.
Yeah, right. No, you can change it to an 8, Eric. That's fine.
Thank you.
All right, everybody. Thanks for tuning in on twitch.tv/SoonerLaterTV or youtube.com/@SoonerLaterTV for our review of The Blackening. Continue listening and watching and showing your support on all social medias @SoonerLaterTV. If you couldn't catch us live, don't worry. You can watch us or listen to us on Wednesday afternoon or Wednesday morning at 11 a.m. on all podcasting platforms and on YouTube. So tune in next week for our review of insert movie here because I'm not sure what we're doing next week. So
Maybe The Flash.
Until then, we love you guys. Bye.
Bye.
See ya.